Teaching in Korea. Oh my God. Whew. It's a lot. It's a lot. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Daring Travel. If you are new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. This week I was gonna give you guys like a tour of Ilsan, but it started like raining this weekend, and I don't have a waterproof camera, so I had to go ahead and just X that out of the plan. But I am gonna shoot it like later on this week if it is not raining, more than likely during the weekend, because I work Monday through Friday, which is what I am going to be talking about, because I know there are a lot of fears out there. There are a lot of videos out there of people who work at, I know you probably hear like some noise happening right now. That is just my washer. Hopefully I'm louder than like it's like right there. It's like my washer to wash my clothes. Like I'm washing clothes right now. I've literally just been like working all morning, working on like some stuff for school, working on stuff for YouTube, and I'm super clean and organized, so I always like stress clean. It's like one of like the worst, most useful but bad habits. It's just like always to stress clean. Like you'll find something to just clean because you're stressed out. But speaking of stress, I want to talk to you guys about, just working in a Korean school. And I want to just give you guys some insights. So if you are in the process of like interviewing, if you are, you've already accepted that contract and you're on your way, I'm going to give you a little insight on what it's like to work at a Korean school. Get ready. Okay, so the first thing, which I think is really, really important, is how close do I live from my school, my apartment, to the school. By bus, maybe like 10 minutes, but to be honest with you, I've never caught the bus to the school. It's about a 20 to 25 minute walk. I just walk for 25 minutes in the morning with just like music in my ears. I literally just walk through maybe like 2 or 3 parks, and then I just come into this opening. You see like a coffee shop on your right, and boom. Still takes about the same time, 20-25 minutes. So their books, these students, man, they have a lot of books. These morning kids, they have at least like 9 books. I would say at least like 9. Maybe I'm being a little dramatic and I'll say 7. But not 5, definitely not 6. They have at least like 7 to 9 books from 9:40 to 2:10. And the kids that I teach, they don't even go to school yet. They're like 6 to 7 years old. They have not been to public school yet. These are like in the States, how we have like pre-K, maybe like pre-K kids that don't go to school, but they go to some form of school. That is the type of kids that I teach. When you add in the kids that come after 3 o'clock, maybe I have like 12 to 13 books. Well, I'll say 11 to 13. I'll give a little 2-book window. I know for sure that I'm adding at least 4, 5, because I'm thinking there's one like Eureka book where they say Eureka, and then there's like these 4 that I have right here that I'm like looking over. Yeah, so I'm adding at least like 5 books on top of, oh nope, and there's even another book, 6. So yeah, I have between 11 to 13 books just for kids who are less than like 12 years old, and that's like college stuff. I do that from 9:40 to 2:10, and then I have like from 2:05, because our KTs, they're like Korean co-teachers. They get the students ready to go home, to get on the bus and go home from like 2:05 to 2:25. So from 2:05 to 3 o'clock, I have like a prep period, and this is for the next set of kids that I teach who actually go to public school. So these kids are probably like 10 to 11, maybe 12 years old. They go to public school in the morning, and then they come to my school after. On Tuesday, Thursday, Fridays, they only they come from 3 to 4:25, but on Mondays and Wednesdays, they are there from 3 to 7 o'clock. And yes, I am there teaching with them on Monday and Wednesday from 3 to 7. So I do that whole 9. I'm there at 9 o'clock because you're supposed to clock in at 9. So I'm there from 9 a.m. to 7 on Mondays and Wednesdays. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, I am there from 9 to 4:25. Break times, which I know a lot of people want to know because there are a lot of videos out there where people say, I didn't get a break, I didn't get a lunch period, and like all this stuff. What I will say about my school is that, again, I have to clock in by 9. Classes start at 9:40. And this is Monday through Friday. Classes are like 40 minutes, and then there's like a 10-minute break that you get. So after every 40 minutes, there's a 10-minute break. You use that 10-minute break to prep, get yourself some water. You can get yourself, you know, if you want to go to the bathroom. I do get those 10-minute breaks. I won't lie and say, yeah, I don't get them. No, I get them. I do what I want on them too. I can leave the classroom. The KT, the co-teacher there, I think it was a totally bad idea to shoot a video with a washer going. I'll never do that again. Never. When it comes down to lunch starts at 12 and it ends at 12:40. But they want the students to start working at 11:55. That way the students can wash their hands. You get them back in line, and then you get them back to class. And you, as the teacher, you have to help them do that because the co-teacher is preparing their lunch, getting their plates ready, getting water for them to drink. So when my class, I usually will start at 11:55. They're seated, and I give them their water at least by like 12:05. So I'm done. It takes me about 10 minutes to do that entire process, and then I leave. So I don't get the entire 40-minute lunch break. I'll get maybe like 35. I've gotten like my whole 35. You know, the food. I do get to eat. I've literally seen a lot of videos where people have said like they have to eat the leftovers that, you know, after feeding the kids, or they got to buy their own lunch, or the school doesn't feed them properly or enough. I will say my school, they provide a lunch for the students and they provide a lunch for the teachers. First, I will say is that we have to actually pay for that lunch. Out of our paychecks, maybe 100,000 won. 100,000 won comes out of your paycheck for the food for the teachers, and there's a variety of food that we get, and it's actually pretty good. It's Korean food. It's pretty good. Can't lie. There's always rice, and there's always kimchi, and then there's just like different things like soups and like different like vegetable salads. There's a variety of stuff. I'll make sure like I include some of the pictures that I've shared on Instagram. As far as behavior, like I've seen videos where people say, you know, kids put their hands on them, you know, put scissors to people's necks, and, you know, made teachers bleed. Not one student has put their hand on me. First of all, I would not tolerate it. I don't care. I don't care what contract that you have, what my boss says. I will never tolerate a child putting their hands on me. I would never tolerate a parent putting their hands on me. You know, I've never been in that situation. Most of the kids are very, very well behaved. Some of them like to joke, but they don't really say anything that's offensive. They're kids. They're just not thinking. I mean, they've said like, I ain't gonna lie, some pretty R stuff. Like one time I was giving a little girl, I had only a brown pen and I was giving stars, and she was like, oh, it looks like you. It's like, dang, like I look like a brown star. And then one time I was like standing over top of a kid, and I had like my arms on his desk because I was reading out of his book and I was gonna grade him, and he was just like caressing my arm. He's like, your skin just looks so different. And I was just like, I just had to like laugh at something like that, you know. He doesn't, he's not saying it, he wasn't saying it to be harmful, to be like mean to me. He was saying it because he just rarely sees someone that looks like me. Even sometimes when I drink water and they see me with my mask down, they're like, oh, Mr. Josh, you know, you have the stuff on your face. He's talking about like my facial hair, because a lot of Koreans here, they cut their facial hair. Yeah, they've said like little things, but I don't take it to heart. They're kids, like whatever. Like they're more curious than like trying to be like smart or racist. Woo! This one here, my bosses. To be honest with you, I would only really say I have like two bosses. And then they're like people under him. They are also teachers as well. We share the same office. They are what you call head teachers. As far as like my bosses, they're like two different guys. And I won't say their name because again, there are a lot of laws in Korea that can get you caught up. But I don't have anything bad to say about them at this moment. Because again, it's only been my 30 days. I will say this, the guy who interviewed me was literally like one of the nicest guys. He's very, very caring. When my shower door shattered on me, you know, he sent me like, here's the ER. He sent me information from a dermatologist. I do feel like I am kind of like, again, in the dark with a couple things, but you know, we'll see. Only time will tell. Definitely seemed like he cared about the well-being of the teachers, even when I had this whole okay, because they called it a miscommunication, even when I had this miscommunication, literally my first day, and I literally like isolated myself. I started eating on the stairwell. I did not want to eat with the other teachers because I really felt like I couldn't trust them. He was like, don't do that, like out of anything, you know, come eat with me during lunch, which I thought was very, very nice. I think he cares about, you know, your mental, how you feel while you're working there at the school. So that's what I get. That's what I get from him my first 30 days. And another boss over top of him. This guy, he works on like the third floor. Man, this guy, he does a couple jokes. He always is in good spirits. Like every time I see him, it's like he's like bright-eyed, you know. It's like, okay, like this guy's like, he's happy all the time. He doesn't smile all the time like me. I ain't gonna lie, like I'm always like smiling for some reason. But this guy, like, he always has a good spirit. He has a very good aura about him. I haven't got a sense of like arrogancy or him being arrogant or like some real smart ass or anything like that. No, these two guys, they look like really good guys. I understand why they are in leadership. Now again, this is my first 30 days. I haven't seen any like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde out of them. I like both of them. Again, I think they're really good dudes. So, but again, the workload, the workload. Hey, so I know the video is like, it's about to end, but I still wanted to add something to the video because I think I'm being a little bit too positive on there. Again, I don't hold anything against anyone, but one thing I would like to say is, like, no matter how nice anyone is, no matter how great your interview is, you know, don't judge a book by its cover, because just like I said in the video, the workload is way more than I expected. The amount of time that I have to dedicate to this job, it's a lot outside of, like, it demands you to do work outside of the hours you work. And I'm really going to cut back on that. Also, like, I don't even have internet in my apartment. I've been in here since a little bit before March 1st, and it's now March 30th, and I still don't have internet. I have my Korean ID, but I can't sign up for cell phone service, and I can't sign up for internet without having a bank card. And we also get paid next Wednesday. And today is Thursday, March 31st, and we get paid on April 5th. So it's just, it's a little frustrating. And again, I don't have anything against anyone, but you just be aware. That's all I gotta say. Just be aware and don't take everything for face value. Enjoy the rest of the video. Overall, I would rate the school like 6 out of 10. As of right now, my first 30 days, 6 out of 10. All right, well, that is it. That is just what I think of my school within the first 30 days. Please subscribe to my video, hit the like button, comment, ask me any question that you want. I do go to KFC and use the internet because that's the only place I can use the internet. Yeah, I hope if you are interviewing, I hope you found this useful. Hope you really do have a good time. Your first 30 days is not going to be your whole 365 days of your contract. I can already feel a lot of things getting really, really easy for me already. Only time will tell how that goes in the future. But Again, please subscribe to my channel. Go ahead, hit the like button, comment anything you like. I will see you guys next video. I will see you guys next week, and I should have that tour of Ilsan. If I don't, I do have another video in mind, but I want to show you guys Ilsan. And there's so many other places that I want to show you guys here in South Korea. So I hope you guys are being safe out there. And again, I will see you there next week. Bye-bye.